having our annual Clear the Shelter event, and all animals must go to a good home.
This cat is a 3-time national checkers champion.
Look at this fine forever friend. He speaks 3 languages. This week only, all adoption fees are slashed. All dogs, boom, $30. All cats, boom, $30. Help us clear the shelter. By appointment only. Call 940-349-7594.
Play, play, play in the rain today. Oh, what fun when I splish splash in the rain. I'm Tanya Blum, and I am a board-certified music therapist and early childhood music educator. I work mainly with children with special needs. So I tried to reassure the parents that everything was safe and we could have classes, and on March 11th, nobody showed up to classes. Not one kid. And I have so many kids registered for these classes, and like I said, February was one of our best months. So it's been fun. I would prefer to go back to in-person classes, but if that's what we have to do right now in the light of COVID, I will do it.
From amazing amenities to free services, there's a lot going on in Denton you may not be aware of. So it's time to ask, did you know? Did you know that we have a growing fleet of electric vehicles in service? These vehicles are not hybrids, they are fully electric, which means no oil, no gas, and therefore no emissions at the tailpipe. This helps us to be environmentally responsible, and they are low cost and low maintenance, which helps us to be fiscally responsible. And on top of that, they're fun to drive. I'm a heavy equipment technician for the city of Denton, and I work largely at the landfill. Our landfill's always moving towards being more green, and nothing does that better than an electric car. And now you know.
I am Debbie, and I volunteer at the Linda McNatt Animal Care and Adoption Center because I want to make a difference in the lives of homeless animals by helping them find a home. You know, I've adopted the attitude, you can't do everything, but you can do something, because some people tell me, oh, I can't volunteer because I'd want to take them all home. Well, no, you wouldn't, number one. And number two, you couldn't. So that's not a reason not to volunteer. You're helping them find a home, and that has to be enough. It's enough for me. Sometimes animals are brought in and they're very old and they're very, very sick, and you can't get them well, and they have to be put down. And that's just a fact of life. You don't like it, but it's part of it. It's not all bad days, but there are some tough days. But you got to remember that you're here for the ones that you can help, not for the ones that you can't. If you want to do something that's bigger than you, that you really feel you're making a difference, be a volunteer. Can't go wrong. Best job I've ever had, and I don't make a nickel.
If there was a time to step up and be counted, it's now, Denton. If you live here, you count here. The census is a count of every person living in the United States. The U.S. Constitution requires a population count every 10 years, and it's a cornerstone of our democracy that determines not only how we are represented in Congress, but ensures Denton receives its fair share of federal funding for infrastructure and services.
We need our count to be complete, so Denton is fully represented in Washington. The census count will shape how billions of dollars are distributed in communities like ours for the next 10 years. That's why it is so important for everyone living in Denton to complete the census.
For the first time ever, each household will be able to respond online, by phone, or by mail. It's that simple. And the sooner your response is recorded, the better. So don't wait. Together, with all of us included, we can better shape Denton's future. For more information, go to 2020census.gov, or for local material, dentoncounts2020.com. Because we all count.
So right now I'm bottle feeding the baby kitten.
Can you do that while looking up as well?
Oh, sorry. Oops. No, I missed her mouth.
It's okay.
We just started fostering as a family June 3rd of this year. One of the main reasons that we decided to foster is because they're just so cute and cuddly, and we want to have a place for the kittens to be out of the shelter in a family environment so that they can learn how to be around people. The shelter needs a lot of foster parents, especially for kittens right now, and you can do bottle fed, you can do weaned, or you can do pregnant mamas, and then, like I said already, for the ones that just need a break from the shelter and need a more typical family life. It's just amazing to watch the kitties grow and play and how much they bond to us and attach to us. It's been very, very fulfilling in that way.
What do you need?
I think I just need the litter pan and the dry food.
Okay.
Nothing comes out of our pocket money-wise. The vet visits, the litter, the cat food, because the shelter supplies all those things for us. There's always somebody to call at the shelter if you need help. They get you in right away. It's just amazing, especially with COVID and not being able to do much. It's a great thing to do for your family and to help others because you're not going anywhere anyway. So I would definitely do it. I would recommend to do it.
It's considered a leaflet, but the whole thing. Hello, my name is Haywood Morgan, and I'm the urban forester with the city of Denton. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of tree ID here in Quakertown Park. Okay, today we're going to start off with the pecan, which is actually the state tree for the state of Texas. So when you're looking at the pecan tree, one thing that you'll notice that is have what we call a compound leaf. Each one of these is considered a leaflet, but the whole thing is actually considered a leaf. So a pecan tree, as the name suggests, produces pecans, which is an edible nut. And as you notice, the leaves are heart-shaped, which is characteristic of the redbud tree. It's known as an understory tree, which means that it can survive in low sunlight. Thank you for tuning in with us today as we identify some of the trees here in Quakertown Park. Texas Arbor Day is celebrated on November 6th, and part of celebrating Arbor Day is planting trees. So if you have space in your yard and would like to plant a tree in celebration of Texas Arbor Day, please plant a tree this year.
This is the Bonnie Brae Phase 2 Vintage Boulevard project. This is one of 7 phases along the Bonnie Brae corridor. With this project, we are partnering with Denton County for the construction costs. Phase 2 began in January of 2020, and the project contract time will run until April of 2021. This project includes widening from 2 lanes to 4 lanes, an entire drainage system, street lighting, a 10-foot sidewalk along the north side of Bonnie Brae, and a 5-foot sidewalk along the south. One of the primary goals of this project is to increase connectivity between I-35 and US 377, and also provide an access way along Bonnie Brae through town. The majority of the paving of this project takes place outside of the existing pavement, so we're going to have minimal impacts to traffic.
The City of Denton provides many free or low-cost services you may not be aware of, so it's time to ask, did you know? Did you know that at the Emily Fowler Library's Legacy Lab, you can convert old physical media to a digital format? Photos, slides, VHS tapes, even 8mm film, and cassette tapes. Remember cassette tapes? Preserve these cherished memories forever on DVD, CD, or a storage drive. Preserving history is really important to me because it tells me personally where I came from, where I started from, and what my family has been through up to this point in my life. The Legacy Lab is self-serve, and our staff is always on hand to help you get started. And now, you know.